Okay, here we go. Hi-hats, set number 2. These are the copy of, or as near as damn it copy, to hi-hat set number 1. This is the set that Paul Francis made me when I went out to Boston. He basically weighed and got a micrometer and measured the width and the weight of those original set of 69 NuBeats, and obviously the alloy, they know that it's the same alloy as 1969, and made these. But of course these are only a fraction of the age, so they sound pretty close, but not quite close enough. But in that instance means that they have their own character, and actually I really love these. And I've used them on tour with Tori Amos, and most recently every show that I've done this summer with Snow Patrol I use these, and they're wonderful. They've got a real they're brighter obviously than the 1969 NuBeats, but they've got a wonderful character. They're really cool. I love them a lot. They record well, and I don't mind taking them out on the road. Although having said that, now they probably are going to be retired only for studio use. So how did the signature come about, which is Stewart Copeland? And I can hear you cry, Stewart doesn't play Zildjian. He's a Paiste guy. Of course he is. You know, Stewart, I think he did own some Zildjians back in the day, he told me. But he, of course, yeah, he's played Paiste all his professional career and still does. But how did he end up playing my hi-hats? So I'm very fortunate to record and work with a British producer called Trevor Horn. And a few years ago we were doing some shows in the summer. Seal was guesting with us, and we did a whole bunch of shows around Europe and England, summer shows. And I looked at the set list and it said Message in a Bottle. And I said to Trevor, I said, great, we're playing that. And he said, well, you're not. And I said, who's playing it then? And he said, Stewart. And I said, Stewart who? And Trevor said, Stewart Copeland. And incredibly, Stewart sat in with us. He came to rehearsals, and there's a video of that here. And he played, of course, these hi-hats, which are my fantastic copies of my original NuBeats. So he played them in rehearsals, and he played them on the show. And there's some brilliant video here of him playing my kit on the show. And at the end of the run of gigs, I said to Stewart, would you mind signing them? And here it is. Yo, Ash, Stewart Copeland. And I've since met Stewart and hooked up with him a few times, and he played on my EP. If you check out my first EP, Stewart collaborated with me on that. And he's a very, very cool, inspiring man. And I'm lucky that he played these hi-hats. And I will cherish that. And that time that we spent together in that summer doing those shows. And that is the story behind my slightly newer NuBeats.